benediction from Lord Brahma to become very powerful. So he defeated the demigods. The demigods went to Lord Vishnu and prayed that we need your help. This is the difference between the demigods and the demons. The demigods always take shelter of the Lord when they're in difficulty. So anyway, the Lord said, all right, I will appear in this world. So you don't worry, you go back to your places and I will appear. So that's what happened when Dasarath performed the horse sacrifice, Ashwamedha Yajna, to propitiate the demigods. He was blessed with a nectar to give him sons, but actually it was the plan of the Lord. It had already been arranged. He was just an instrument in the Lord's desire to come to this world. So, to Kaushalya, Lord Ramachandra was born, and he was the oldest son. And to Kaikeyi, Lakshman was born. And to Sumitra, she got two portions. So, to Sumitra, Bharat and Shatrughna were born. Oh, I'm sorry. Huh? Yes. Kaikeyi's son was Bharat and Shatrughna. No. Yeah. Oh, you're right, I'm sorry. Lakshman and Shatrughna, Sumitra. Excuse me. So, in that way the Lord appeared, and it was a very auspicious, a very divine appearance. And of course he was loved by all the citizens of Ayodhya. He was an exemplary child. And he performed many wonderful pastimes. Janma karma, his activities are also wonderful. Right from the very beginning, he showed his prowess as a great warrior. He defeated the enemies of Vishwamitra, the Rakshasas. It's interesting in that pastime, Maricha was one of the demons who was harassing. It was a great demon who was harassing the sage, Vishwamitra, in performing his fire sacrifice. So Lord Ramachandra came. He killed the other demons, but he didn't kill Maricha. He threw him 900 miles away from the fire sacrifice. But Maricha later on was to again attack or not bewilder Lord Ram, but again he was engaged in trying to cheat Lord Ram. He appeared as a deer in the forest, a magical deer. And he drew Lord Ram out from the ashram in the forest where Lord Ram was living with Mother Sita. So anyway, it's a very great epic, the Ramayana, and there are many, many wonderful pastimes. It probably is the most famous epic in India, even more than Srimad Bhagavatam. Ramayana is it's full of emotion and love and the romance of Lord Ramachandra and Sita Devi, the loyalty of Lakshman, the brothers and Bharat. It's a very, very wonderful story, and if you get a chance to read the Ramayana, we have some nice cassette tapes that you can hear the whole story. There are also volumes of Ramayana that are available or are recommended for reading. But it's very wonderful, very glorious. The example that Lord Ramachandra set was one of a perfect king who was exemplary in his duty towards his people. Both in the Bhagavad Gita and in the Ramayana, the Lord teaches the citizens to act according to their duty. It is very, very important, if you want to achieve the blessings of the Lord, that you have to, according to your situation in life, you have to do some work for the Lord. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam. You have to engage your senses in the service of Rishikesh, the master of the senses. So in this case, in our case, or in your case, as householders, grihastas, family men, it is your duty to use a portion of the fruits of your work for the service of Krishna. There's a saying in mathematics, if x is equal to y and c is equal to y, then x is equal to c. In other words, things equal to the same thing are equal to each other. So we have to clean the temple. We have to do the deity worship. We have to cook for the Lord. We have to go on Sankirtan. That's part of our mission, to spread the glories of the Lord. We have to publish books. We have to hold classes. We have to do so many things in the service of the Lord. So all of you should come here and do that work. Oh, Swamiji, I don't have time. I'm too busy in my job, earning money. So, if you give your money for the service of the Lord, there's a saying in business that time is money. If I meet a businessman in Wall Street, excuse me, sir, I'm too busy. He has no time. Because he's busy doing what? Making money. So, therefore, giving your time or giving your money, it's equal to the same thing. Therefore, as devotees, we chant Hare Krishna, japa or kirtan, or we chant the names of Lord Ram, and then afterwards it is our duty, this example was set by Lord Ram, it was taught by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita that we have to do our duty. So your duty as grihasta devotees or congregational devotees is to help with the preaching. And the way you can do that is, as I said, by giving a portion of the fruits of your work. We don't need your money. We don't need this temple also. What we do need is your time. You can come here and help us do the service. And if you can't do that, or if you can only do that on a part-time basis, then a small portion of the fruits of your work, every month you can give for the service of Lord Ramachandra. And that will be appreciated by the Lord as much as the pujari, who is cleaning the temple or touching the deity or like that. The Lord sees your service according to your pure heart. Many services are required. So today, I wanted to discuss this point because it's nice to hear about the pastimes of the Lord. And in India, they go on discussing these pastimes all day and all night. On Ram Navami, they'll read from Ramayana, and they'll have wonderful dramas and a big festival. And people will go on reciting, like Murari Bapu, he goes on reciting the Ramayana for a whole week, or, a long period of time. So the glories of the Lord, it's very nice to hear the glories of the Lord, but it's also important to serve the lotus feet of the Lord, to do some practical service. Otherwise, just giving lip service, or just, only going so far, that is not complete. It won't, Krishna says, ye yatha mam prapadyante tamstataiva bhajami ham. That I reciprocate with them accordingly as they approach me. And Prabhupada says that Krishna is not fooled by the Marwari businessmen who come to Vrindavan with their japa bags but leave their checkbook at home.